this, I'm going to call it an addiction because there's, as you know, or maybe, there's this big thing. Is it addiction? Is it not addiction? Is it hypersexual? Is it whatever? And I say, it doesn't, for my purposes, it doesn't matter what you call it. It doesn't matter what you call it. The question is, how is it affecting your life? How is it affecting your life? Women will ask, I'm not sure if my husband is addicted to porn or not. Well, or a guy may say, I'm not sure if I'm addicted to porn or not. And I say, well, if you're having to ask the question,
you probably are. Yeah.
yeah,
My response to that is anytime somebody says there's no such thing as a porn addiction, is what is your definition of addiction? That's the first response back to anybody. They're just saying words now without any meaning behind them. Anybody that's going to give a definition of any type of addiction, if you ask enough follow-up questions. For me, I lean into Dr. Anna Lemke. She wrote Dopamine Nation. She's probably been one of the world's leading experts in this field for the past 20 plus years. In her mind, or in her work, addiction is defined as the continued or repeated use of substance and or behavior, consuming pornography behavior, despite negative consequences to self and or others. So maybe it's not even impacting you in the way that you see it, but it's impacting your relationship with somebody else, or it's impacting how your wife even views you as a man. That's a negative consequence towards her. She's perceiving you as less of a man. So I think the first response back to anybody, if they're ever told, hey, there's no such thing as a porn addiction, is ask the person that says that back to you, what is your definition of addiction? And most people don't have a definition sitting around waiting. Like, they're just speaking because they're trying to deflect. Maybe they feel that it's a moral attack upon them, or, they're sexually free or whatever they want. So they're going to consume it. And that's why they don't want to believe it. So yeah, I'm right there with you.
And I got to say, and Frank, this, it's scary. Like, when I started my podcast, I didn't think I would get people from like third world countries contacting me. Like, what? Like, are you kidding? It's crazy. Like, there's people around, like, if the person that's listening to this right now, that's feeling like, this is my problem, this is my secret, no one knows about this, and it's just me, I'm this weirdo, I'm this freak, but you are not, because it's you and several million other people that have this challenge. It does not matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what sex you are. It doesn't matter what race you are, religion, all that. I mean, it's disturbing to say this. I have even had children reaching out to me.
Mm-hmm. How young, if you don't mind me?
I had a 12-year-old girl. Like, what? Huh? So, and then a lot of teenage boys. And it's disturbing. So, like, if you feel like you're the only one, trust me, you're not. I always say, if you're a guy and you look at your closest friends, there's a very high probability that they, and or at least a couple of them, are really struggling with this, and they're just not saying anything.